you all for the love and support last night. Posted a video with my girl Ree, and so many people were texting me after uploaded last night. Thank you. You guys know who you are. I'm on my way into work right now. I'm not running late today, which is good. But yesterday in the video, I'm sorry guys if it's going to be a little shaky. It's just the morning clip, but it's the only way I can do it hands-free, driving safe. But yesterday during the clip, I'm sure you noticed if you watched it, it went from the video being on something to me holding the phone. Rhiannon's son accidentally knocked it over, so I was able to cut like all that fidgeting out for the most part. Trying to like get it set back up, and I decided to just hold it because I did have to get into work. But I promise I'll get better. It will. I'm starting to learn different things. So like I said, I'm on my way into work. I had to go to my appointment, and then I have to go to the gym, come back into work. I'm not sure what else I'm gonna get into today, but does anyone else, I was thinking about this morning. When you come out to your car and it's covered in ice and you have to scrape it, if you're running late, like I always am, I scrape my car, and I just really like worry about as much as the windshield as I can reach from where I'm standing, so I kind of get like halfway past the mirror or the rear view, and then I don't have time to wait for my car to warm up completely, so I rev my engine, and then I just blast the what the hell is this called? What the hell is it? The defrosters, duh. So it's early, guys, it's very early. So I just blast the defrosters, even though I know it's blowing out colder air. I just think it's warmer than the windshield, and I literally drive with like a little gap to see until my window warms up. Am I the only one that does that? I'm gonna feel really stupid if I am. But alright guys, I'll talk to you later, and I'll keep you filled in. Have a good morning. Hi guys, how are you? So it's later in the day. So I left work. I went to my dermatologist, got my psoriasis treatment. I'm a little discouraged, to be honest. I think I'm on my like, I don't know, 13th, 14th treatment, something like that. I'm further along, and she'll tell me like one day like, oh, your elbows and your knees are done, and then like 2 or 3 treatments later, like, oh, we're gonna go in again, and my hands are just not catching up with the program. Come on, like, as bad as I just want to go tanning because I know I see results pretty quickly, I'm not going to. Just gonna keep holding out and hope these light treatments, you know, do something. And I mentioned I hurt my foot, I forget what, yesterday's video, I believe. And I woke up this morning and I go to work and I'm walking the kids. You know, we leave from our center to walk the kids to their school, which is about, I don't know, like 5 blocks away, half mile, something like that. And then we, you know, me and my coworker walk back. And I got up this morning and I was limping pretty bad. And last year I had hurt the same foot, and I was like, oh no, this isn't good. So I ended up leaving my dermatologist and going into an urgent care, which I ended up finding out my foot is fractured. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Like, before the holiday, and I had this stupid little boot on my foot. And luckily I had the black one from last year, because the one they wanted to give me was like blue and white, and it's so horrible looking. So it kind of sucks because I'm not like, no one likes to deal with pain, and it's just more like not so much painful as it is an inconvenience. I've been, you know, when I go to the gym, how am I gonna, I can't do the elliptical, but I'm not gonna let that deter me from, you know, the gym. I'm gonna continue to go. I just can't do certain workouts that I would normally do, and I just kind of have to find a way to mix it up where I'm not hurting it so bad. And you know, my personality, I never, like, I don't call out of work. I feel weird about it. Like, I always feel like I'm letting the team down. And because I don't have a permanent coworker, I am the lead teacher in my room, and it's just me and then whoever I'm working with. I'm lucky enough to have like a steady girl 3 days a week and someone else 2 days, which thank God for her. If Amanda, if you're watching, hey. But I worry about leaving my class, you know, all the little things that go on throughout my day. And so I asked the doctor, I'm like, oh, well, I'm fine to go back to work. And he said, well, you know, you're all right to go back to work, but like I said, I'm recommending that you need to stay off your foot as much as possible. What we think happened was over the weekend, we believe it was just a sprain. And if I would have dealt with it then and wrapped it and iced it and like kind of babied it, it would have, you know, been okay. Because I continued going to the gym and putting pressure on it and walking on it and blah, 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 I ended up fracturing it. So he was like, I told him, you know, what I do. And he was like, well, can you stay off your foot and blah, blah, blah. So no, I actually have to like walk to pick them up. And so I'm not going in this afternoon. And it's so weird to me. I can't tell you, like, I don't call out, and I feel weird. Like, if I have off, I put in for it, or it's like an absolute emergency. But I just hope my class is all right without me today. In the meantime, I went and got lunch, and now I'm not going to be able to do the gym until later. Mike actually had to take his mom to an appointment, so he was doing that, and I had some errands to run, and I decided I was just going to get my physical done while I was at the urgent care. Don't you know that they're no longer accepting your insurance for physicals if you go to an urgent care? You know, I have my appointment set with my primary, but I figured, hey, I might as well get it done while I'm there. It's $60 for them to literally like look at me like ears, nose, throat, eyes, oh, you're good, and sign a paper. Like, that's all it is. So now I'm gonna have to wait. It's fine till I can see my primary for that. But while I was in the doctor, here, he finished the x-ray, whatever, and they basically just had to get the little boot for me. And this stuff always happens. I hear, you know, some ruckus next door, and one of the nurses is like, oh, we need to call an ambulance, he's having a heart attack. So here this poor man has a heart attack in the room next to me, and I just felt so bad for him. I'm thinking, you know, he had collapsed and luckily was on the table. So the doctor was, you know, they're calling 911 and they're giving him nitro, and they still have him hooked up to the EKG machine. So that ended up taking a lot longer, and just, I don't know, I was kind of thinking about that poor guy. Like, here I am for something like my foot, and this poor guy's having a heart attack next door. And it's just my luck. Like, shit like that happens all the time. Yesterday, I was in the dollar store, and I'm leaving to head over to my girl Rhiannon's, and as I'm walking out of the dollar store, it's not funny, like, why am I laughing? But the guy in front of me left his cane up on the counter, and he started walking away, and he went to grab a display. He started, like, kind of falling, shaking, and he grabbed a lollipop display, and he ended up going down really hard and hitting his head. And we were trying to convince him, like, stay, we're gonna call you an ambulance. I was telling him to sit down, he wanted to get back up, and he kept apologizing, like, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry. I'm like, don't worry about those lollipops, you're good. Like, and this poor man, I found out he was driving, and I was telling him, like, do you live far? I'll drop you off, you know, don't worry about your car, you can come back for that, or if you need a ride to get back to it, I'll help you. He was driving, and he was so set that he was not getting an ambulance. He wouldn't sit and drink some water and wait. He had this huge egg on the top of his head from the fall, and he was driving, and he was like 80 plus. I think, I mean, this is just my opinion, but after you turn 65, I think you should have to retake your license every 5 years, because even driving, whether it was a fall or not, he was still like shaky on the road. And I was thinking, he could hit somebody. That's pretty shitty to like get behind the wheel, but he doesn't realize that. I think, you know, he's older, and he you know, as you get older, you lose your mind a little bit, unfortunately, and he doesn't realize not only is he jeopardizing himself, but so many other people. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? So I don't really have much more to say right now. I'm sitting down at the river. I just went blank. Sitting down at the river. I'm gonna go home. Mike got a TV for Christmas. He wants to hook up. Maybe I'll do some stuff around the house, but I really do have to stay off my foot. I'm gonna wrap it, ice it, and then just try to keep it elevated today. So I don't think I'm gonna be doing much more. Maybe later on going to grab dinner or whatever. But if this is it, I mean, I don't know. I'll talk to you guys later. This might just be the video for the day. But if it is, have a nice night, and I'll talk to you next time. Another quick thought, guys. First off, if you seen my hoodie this morning and it's switched now, I was walking around with my hoodie on back, or my sweater on backwards. Oh my God. I went to work, went to the doctor's with my sweater on backwards, and I didn't realize it because it has Adidas, you know, forward on the front, and on the back it's written backwards. And when I was looking at it in the mirror this morning, I was reading it the right way. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I did that. And I'm sitting here like, what the hell? I kept thinking, like, why is the neck so high? It was like all the way up here today, like... I just had to add that in there in case you see it. This, like, when I'm driving to work in the morning, if I put that little clip in and you see it and you're like, what the hell? And then another quick thought I was just thinking, does any, like, you know, girls will know, my lips have been getting so dry, and in the morning, like, you know, I keep chapstick, there's 100 chapsticks, and I constantly, like, reapply throughout the day, and I feel like it gets layery or whatever, so I, like, wipe it. My girlfriend was showing me, like, her lip scrubs yesterday, or her lip scrub yesterday, and I do have a few of them, but I feel like as I've been applying chapstick, it's just so dry lately. Like, it's good for a couple minutes and then you have to continue to reapply. Does anyone else have that issue, or like have something they recommend that's extremely like moisture adding but doesn't dry out pretty quickly? I don't know if it has anything to do with, sometimes in the morning I'll put my chapstick on and then a lip color, and maybe that has something to do with it throughout the day. I'm not exactly sure, but excuse me, it's driving me crazy. And I've been noticing more now that I'm filming, because I'll like apply my chapstick and I'm thinking like, oh, there's a little piece or whatever. And I was just thinking, what are your thoughts on that, girls? Like, what's out there that's really good for the winter, that's not going to dry your lips out, and that's not going to like continue to peel? I feel like my lips continue to peel the more I add chapstick, and I try to not continuously layer it, but what do? Your lips are dry. What do you guys think on that? Let me know. But that's all. I just wanted to add that in there about my sweater. I can't believe that. I'm an idiot. But like I said, this might be it for the day. Maybe, maybe not. But I'll talk to you guys later.